Where are my Nerdherders at? It's that time of month where we bleed out and you, our audience, sops up
Oh my god.
all of our bloody goodness in our nerd, pop, geek dumb that we all have immersed ourselves in. Guess what? Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! It's our holiday episode where we all reveal our true selves. Right, we know the upcoming holiday coming up, Election Day, so we decided to dress up for you and this special time once a month. My name is Craig Legans. I'd like you to legalize me at some point. Maybe not during this discussion, but maybe at some point in our lifetime. And joining me, as always, my favorite married couple of ex-professional wrestlers. She puts the F in Foxy Fox, and her better/worse half, Damian Vargas. And joining us, once again, we can't have a show without him. And by God, don't we wish we could? Dan Calachico.
Thank you, everybody.
Yay!
Dan,
Hello.
that is the worst Ghostbusters costume I've ever seen.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be Ghostbusters. I am a nameless ghoul, and I am the drummer, of course. So, funny story.
Your guy from the Wonders.
Funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Hail Satan. No, so...
That is funny.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So, Dan forgot that last year they released a better jumpsuit for the Ghostbusters costume, and that he threw out his old one.
Oh.
But the problem is Dan forgot to order the new one, and it won't be in until next week. So it is ordered. It did cost a pretty penny, but I had everything ready and then went to the closet, because in my head, I could see where it's hanging in the closet. Unfortunately, the closet said, fuck you, you got rid of it last year. Stupid. So, therefore, I'm a nameless ghoul. Now, the kick is, what I was going to do was I was actually going to be a Ghostbuster and wearing my Ghostbusters costume.
I get what you did there. I get
Thank you
what
very
you were going for.
But alas, because Dan is ADD as fuck, he doesn't get the dude of it. And yes, for those that are asking, yeah, I'm sweating under this, but it's a day that ends in Y.
No one was asking, but thank you, Dan, for that.
By the way, just so you don't think the costume is complete, Foxy.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not fucking around here. But I don't have any pants on. It's Twitch. Come on.
So it's just like any other show. Dan's not wearing pants.
My dancer's belt is running in places I don't want to speak of.
Ghostbuster. Yes, exactly, Matt. Yes, exactly. Purple flavored trash, a Ghostbuster. You mean the Ghostbusters? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And we're here with Deadpool. And we're here with, well, Foxy, you have to explain to a couple people who you are.
You know what? This was supposed to be, cartoon Lydia from the Beetlejuice cartoon, but with the way the hair came out, because it is severely dirty because we've lacked bathroom access, I think I'm more of Ariana Grande as Lydia from the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going with that.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thankfully, you don't have to use any makeup, so you look great. And thank you, Dan. Thank you for that fascinating backstory.
Hold on.
Yes. Dan is here for all rim shots.
No, I'm here for both.
Everyone. Oh, yes. Okay.
I'll do a rim job.
Yeah, usually that costs extra, but we're today.
It's on me, baby. I'll do it for free.
Exactly, and we pass the savings on to you.
Blah, 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 blah.
And you're soaking in it. Hey!
Literally. Every time I see legalized weed, I think should roll up. Mix Soul 911. You must roll up.
And just be sure, ladies watching this show, again, contact and follow Craig for any, contact highs.
Exactly.
Bam, bam,
That's what I'm
bam.
here for. Yes.
And contact me if you need any of your skins banged. Thank you.
It's going to be that type of show, gentlemen
Yeah.
and ladies.
Yep, pretty much.
Again,
Yeah.
it's once a month that this happens like this. So, good thing you're wearing red, Damien. Did you want to start us off with what you wanted to talk about, your topics, or do you want to go into what's new and exciting in the world of geekdom?
Well,
That's
we'll
a
do.
lot.
Well, I just tossed a bunch of stuff because I don't know. Because again, it's Halloween, trick or treat, so we're gonna kind of toss it all into the bag here. I know you individuals, as you lovely individuals, had your own stories we're gonna toss in there, and if we eventually get down to the fun stuff, which is again the one idea I mentioned that Miss Foxy seemed to like, is after our little tidbits, is putting our embarrassing guilty pleasures out there.
I'm down.
I just think I said rim jobs. I mean,
Dan's like, who gets embarrassed about any of this stuff?
well, no, no, go ahead. Never mind. I just think I thought of a funny story I'll tell at the end. It's not really nerding, but it's a funny story.
Oh, good. We welcome funny and embarrassing stories.
Oh yeah. It was embarrassing for her, not for me. What?
Anyway.
Yay. All right, well, I have some tidbits, and I figured, I know Dan said he had some, and Craig said he had some, and then, of course, if you've got some, everybody just kind of ping-pong them off the table tonight. How's that sound?
Yes.
We all got some. We're all going to get laid.
Everybody got some.
We're all getting some tonight, except me. Anyway.
What can I say? I mean, this show does happen during that time of month.
Exactly. You get
My
it.
birthday was ruined.
Ruined.
Listen, I'm just saying, I would absolutely fuck Deadpool.
Not right now.
No,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Get in line. Go ahead.
Understood.
Not exactly the areas we want. Anyway, we're moving on now.
Anyways, that's not what I meant. Anyway, moving on. Hey.
In case you couldn't tell, she's probably blushing.
Still couldn't tell.
I don't know.
Anyway, all right, so I'll start out with the first little tidbit here. Okay, of course, a lot of us got really excited about the whole, relaunch, reboot of Animaniacs. We talked about it the last time that Animaniacs was coming back and everything like that. Well, not to be outdone and outdid, HBO Max and Cartoon Network have already signed for 2-season orders of the return of Tiny Toons.
Huh? What?
Ooh.
Yep.
No.
Signed
kidding.
on. It was announced today. Tiny Toons reboot is on the way, courtesy of HBO Max and Cartoon Network, and they've already been signed for 2 seasons.
Wow. So even if the first season sucks, we're getting another one anyway.
Yeah. Pretty much is going to have this, and they're doing the same thing that Animaniacs is doing, same characters, same stick and all that stuff,
Yeah,
and
but
just moving on.
didn't Tiny Toons try that once before and failed?
No, what happened was it ran so long, and then the animators and the writers changed, and it was very, very, very noticeable.
I vaguely remember a Tiny Toons again.
A Tiny Toons reboot. I think it might have been early 2000s.
I
Yeah.
I have to look that up. I'm going to look that up to clarify, but I think it was a Looney Tunes mashup because they've
Like it was like a weird thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have no memories of this. We're going to find out. Keep going.
Alrighty. All right, and then I have a couple little tidbits in there too that are nice to do since it's the spirit of Halloween. Some stuff is going to be kind of fun that's thrown in there. Okay, now moving on to our next tidbit, also from HBO Max. Now, if I'm probably going to butcher, get it? Butcher is my last name
I live with this.
Lucky you.
for the rest of her life.
Men go first. I'll be fine.
Oh,
I thought men
Damn.
came first. But anyway.
Men do come first. That's
house.
Damien.
sometimes that's part of the problem. According to this.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Hold on,
Jesus
Hold on,
Christ,
Damien.
all the out there tonight.
That's what Scorpio season's all about. Just the sex.
By the way, just to clarify, it doesn't look like there was a reboot. There were 2 specials in '94, but there was no official Tiny Toons reboot. That's what this says.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, as I said, moving on. From Genny Tartakovsky. Yes, I probably completely. That is the creator of Samurai Jack. For those who are not aware,
Yeah.
he's actually creating a brand new series, animated series called Unicorn Warriors Eternal. Now, why is this kind of a cool thing? It relates to Halloween. Well, because it's actually a supernatural animated series that's inspired by myths and lore from across the globe.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. And basically, the main characters are unicorns that have been transformed into modern day teenagers of all walks of life, goth and all that style and everything. So, other than these supernatural things that they got to go through, involving myths and lore, they have to deal with modern teenage angst with no clue how to deal with it.
So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Unicorns?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
And this is why it needs to be legalized.
And this is exactly
that way
why
everybody can come up with amazing ideas like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way somebody thought of that.
There's no way they thought of that without Craig in the room.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think he approves.
Very interesting. All right. Well, in more news, in terms of there's been that little, these actors are on this side of the comic book universe, and these actors are on this side of the comic book universe. But lately, we've been privy to certain actors making the jump from one universe to the other. So that being said, Christian Bale was spotted today in Australia to film for Thor: Love and Thunder, which basically evolves around Natalie Portman's character taking on the helm, and supposedly they are going to involve the cancer storyline and everything.
Oh, shit.
So Christian Bale's going from DC to Marvel, but there's been no word as to who he could possibly be playing.
Obviously, most of the fans want him to be Adam Warlock. The Adam that was mentioned in the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I shall call him Adam. And of course, that's what the prevailing fan theory is. And of course, that's what everyone wants him to play, Adam. But there's so many other Thor villains that he could play that it's up for grabs. But I know the popular opinion that he's going to play Adam Warlock. But just having Christian Bale in a Marvel film is achievement enough. I don't care what he plays. He could play Batman again.
Batman's his own thing, as always.
I mean, he couldn't play Batman again, though.
That's right, he couldn't.
No, I'm just being sarcastic, Craig. Don't listen.
All right. Well, I've doled out 3 news bits. I know you gentlemen have had some news bits. So before I continue, why don't you guys give us a couple of bits?
Well, I've got some bits under my fig leaf that I'd like to show you guys.
And that's a big leaf, ladies.
As you can see, yes. See, Fox is already choking on it. Anyway,
you can't see my face, but please know, Craig, it is the face that I would usually make to you when you were doing that.
Thank you. Dan's O face, ladies and gentlemen, under a mask.
Oh boy.
Anyway, what my tidbit under my leaf that occurred this week. Speaking of a actor who was in the Marvel Universe and hasn't jumped ship, staying in the Marvel Universe, Oscar Isaac, who we last saw in a Marvel film in X-Men Apocalypse, who played the aforementioned Apocalypse. He has been cast as Mark Spector, a.k.a. Moon Knight, in a new Disney Plus series. So Marvel's answer to the aforementioned Batman Moon Knight is finally coming to the Marvel Universe in a big way. It's not going to, at first, when there was talk of there being a Moon Knight, that it would be a movie, but this is going to be a Disney Plus series, but it ties in with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and with WandaVision, which we still hope will drop at some point in the year of our Lord 2020. But Oscar Isaac has been cast as Mark Spector, as Moon Knight. No word yet on the number of episodes that will be in this Disney Plus series, but it is a go. Your thoughts?
Well, they moved pretty quick on that because yesterday it was just pure speculation, and here we are less than 24 hours. They confirmed it. So I think it's pretty good. I think he's a good actor.
I was always very interested in the Moon Knight character to begin with.
Yeah, I remember for a little while before you stopped by books, you were kind of getting into it.
Absolutely. I even got his little superhero squad character. I loved it. That sounds fine. Exciting because it's like finally some other characters.
Exactly.
Other than your norms. You know, everybody knows of names like, you know, of Daredevil and of Luke Cage and such. So it's nice to finally see them continue the branching off more. Yeah, between like Moon Knight and Shang-Chi, it's nice to see those other characters, you know, really broadening out, you know, and really, really spreading out that Marvel universe. Give me a Dazzler series.
That's all you.
Yes.
Yeah. and Moon Knight is one of those characters that we know about the big ones, the Iron Man, the Thor, the Captain Americas, but the lesser known ones, the ones that you mentioned, Foxy, Daredevil, and Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, they're the ones I think that really it can give you a good storyline and a good episodic TV, especially with the Mark Spector character and the Moon Knight character that they played with a lot in the Marvel Universe, because at one point, Mark Spector, he was a bounty, a mercenary, and he got the powers from the moon, but he also disguised himself as other people, as one as a cab driver and another as a business magnate, to infiltrate crime organizations. And that right there was he was kind of, to me, he was like, instead of Marvel's answer to the Batman, he was like the Saint character. He would just put on different disguises in order to further his war on crime. And then when they rebooted Moon Knight, it turned out that he was suffering from a mental breakdown issue, and that he'd thought up all of this stuff, the Moon Knight character and everything. And Mark Spector was a person unto himself, and Moon Knight was a character that he just put on in one of his manic episodes. I don't know which storyline they're going to go with in the Disney Plus series, but either one could make for some great TV. And like you said, Oscar Isaac, I'm sorry, is a great actor. He can pull it off.
Absolutely. Now, Dan, did you have something?
Oh, do I have something? So
I bet.
I just something that just occurred to me, and you were talking about the story there, is you know what I'd like to see a live action movie of? The Max.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, MTV. When Liquid TV did it, the cartoon series.
We actually still have the VHS here.
Yeah,
with the full series.
I have the VHS covered this copy to to DVD, and I have the Max hanging up right at the entrance of our house.
Nice.
The Spawn figure that came out. No, I meant live action. A live action version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. And in that vein, mine would be a Savage Dragon live action film. Love to see that.
Definitely.
I guess my topic would be the the further delay of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. I mean, again, I saw your post. I do agree with you. I would rather than put up the best game possible.
Okay, because we're fighting if you don't know.
In the same token, though, the day Keanu came out was the day I was like, this is getting pre-ordered. So it's been a long wait.
Oh no, I completely listen. I completely understand it. Just to clarify a little further, Damien, I'm not even here to invalidate or not necessarily even disagree with what you're saying, because it's kind of fact. It's been a long wait. There's no arguing that. I have a problem. Little old me have a problem with the amount of attacks that the developers and the game company and everybody else was dealing with, death threats and all this other crap, when they didn't even know it was getting delayed until it got announced.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. That it's just, the Lord of in the year of our Lord, as Craig would say, 2020, and with all the other bullshit going on, you'd think we'd be above, doing the Star Wars thing where if I don't like this movie, I'm going to attack and threaten.
Come on now, it's 2020.
An actor or actress because I'm mad that the writer wrote something that I didn't like. I just, I just got sorry. I just got Purple Flavored Trash's reference to the other Ghostbusters. No, not them. They're phony. Not the one with the stupid car and the gorilla.
Oh, the original Ghostbusters.
No. They don't exist, and I don't care.
Okay.
Well, technically, we can get into that in a little bit. We'll finish what you were saying, but we actually can get into that in a minute.
They can. Oh yeah, no. I'll finish what I'll say in a second. I want this badly too, because God knows this year sucked, and I was bitching a fit about Ghostbusters getting delayed again. But I didn't threaten Jason Reitman's life. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the good news is that Keanu isn't getting any older, so he doesn't age. So he's going to be fun. No matter when this comes out, he will look the same.
Well, I mean, the thing is also he's immortal,
Yes.
so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he does.
Uh,
Like we'll all be dead, and the game will still come out, and Keanu look the same. Uh,
Hmm.
I had a.
Paul,
Go ahead.
no, finish because I'm about to rant on somebody in the chat.
No,
Oh, boy.
why don't you rant, because I was going to piggyback on what you were saying about people getting mad at the
No, no,
developers and people.
no. Do that first. Finish the
Okay.
conversation out.
Well,
It's silly.
another topic that I was going to touch on had me rant. I was actually in the middle of an argument with someone before we came on the air with about this particular topic. Javicia Leslie, um, who's going to be the new Batwoman, just released the pictures from the set of her in costume as the new Batwoman, and she was very proud of the pictures and saying how when you see the silhouette, you know that this is a black woman with the afro and her body. She looks amazing, and of course that sparks controversy
Were white
because
people mad?
you wouldn't think, Dan, but yes. And wouldn't you know who I was arguing with before we went on the air today?
A white guy?
Yeah,
Oh.
and he said, but his first thing he says is, "I'm sorry, but when did Batwoman become black? Why are they when are all these characters turning white to black?" And I wrote, as much as I was bleeding through my mouth from biting my tongue, was
It's the comics asshole?
no, this is a different comics asshole. But I said,
No. I'm saying
what?
since the comics asshole.
Yes,
That's the
yeah,
answer to your fucking question.
Well,
Stupid.
my other answer, my answer was, well, you should be sorry, because who gives a crap what color she is? And what I was trying to explain to folks is, Javicia Leslie's character is called Rose something. I forget her name. She's not playing Barbara Gordon. She's not playing Kate Keane. She's not playing a white character, and they're turning the character black. She's a black actress playing a black character who's Batwoman. So they didn't turn Batwoman black. The woman who's playing her is black.
Wait, let me just interject. Here's the funny thing:
Mm-hmm.
is half the people that you dropped the K Key name to won't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, well, Kate Keane's a white woman, folks. She she was Batwoman in the original series, and she's Batwoman in the comics. This TV show, Batwoman on the CW, Kate Kane is gone. She left. Her Batwoman's going to be replaced by a new woman named Rose something, and she's a black woman. So there we are.
Yeah, I think what's being lost in the translation, except for the racist people who just listen. If you begin a sentence with "I'm not racist," but that's the same thing.
Exactly. You've already put it out there.
That's what it is. That's what you did. I'm sorry, but listen. Just stop your sentence and go away. Just go to a KKK board and say what you got to say. I don't think people are understanding, who are legitimately confused, is they're not recasting who the hell was the character in the first season.
It's a different person.
Yes.
Oh, Kate Kane's. Yeah.
Kate
They're
Kane,
not.
yeah.
They're replacing her. She's not being played anyway. This is a different person altogether. Learn how to fucking read.
Well, yeah, this person and other people, when I shared the article on my site, Comic Book Gurus podcast, other people chimed in with how they quote keep doing this to movie. And I cited several examples.
My fucking asshole.
The thing is, in other examples, when Michael Clark Duncan played the Kingpin, or when it didn't change the fabric of Daredevil. When Lawrence Fishburne was Perry White, that didn't change the Superman mythos.
Listen, I knew so little about Daredevil, I thought Kingpin was black. Period.
And that's my point. Kingpin, for me, if you're going to cast Kingpin, it should have been King Kong Bundy from the beginning. But when I heard it's Michael Clark Duncan, an Oscar-nominated actor, a guy who can act his ass off, who better Kingpin than Michael Clark Duncan? And that being said, Vincent D'Onofrio knocked it out of the park in Netflix. Mm-hmm. But the race of the character doesn't play a fact. It doesn't take the Daredevil storyline or the mythos and turn it on its ear.
No, it does.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't like black people. But go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, real quick to jump back on dancing in terms of the original Ghostbusters. Now, this is actually something I found out in my younger years as a teenager, or something like that.
Oh God.
The original Ghostbusters was actually a cartoon version of the original Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, the Playmation one. Yeah.
Old black and white series with two dudes, and he had a gorilla and that whole
Tracy.
nine.
Yeah. It was an old 50s television, maybe
And
60s television show. Yeah.
And it was a Saturday morning cartoon show or a live action show.
But they're still wrong, so fuck them. No,
You're right.
I'm kidding. Listen, I'm totally kidding. To add on to what Damien just said, don't you ever invoke Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins' name to me. How dare you? It is the same band. It got better because Peter is an artist. I'm totally kidding. I'm right, though. No, I'm totally kidding, but I'm right, though. No. No. I need, because I'm a Genesis nerd. The band evolved because Tony Banks is the boss, and Tony Banks wanted to do more pop music, and Phil Collins is a short guy, and Tony Banks would have killed him. That's why. Tony Banks was the keyboardist, folks.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
This is important, Craig.
Gonna keep me up. So from Batwoman, Racist fans to Genesis, we cover everything here on Nerdherders.
We're all over the place. And as a matter of fact, right now we're going to take a trip to Japan for a fun, interesting tidbit.
Uh-oh.
Now this is
the Windy City.
Japan.
That's not Japan? Isn't that Japan?
No, it's Chicago.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You're close. I was close. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily a tidbit, but more kind of a story based on a viral video that came out. I believe it was either this week or last week of Godzilla goes on a date. I don't know if anybody has seen this.
No.
It's actually rather worth it. It's from a Japanese show and everything like that. What it is they're interviewing this 13-year-old Japanese girl who doesn't look 13 at all. She looks like more like 16, 17.
But they never do. Yeah,
he is a Godzilla super fan, like an outer Godzilla super fan, and like her big dream was to like go on a date of some sorts with Godzilla. So the interviewer, and again,
that's bestiality in a lot of places.
Foxy, interspecies erotica. Okay, let's get it right.
It's a good time in my house.
There you go. That's what we're calling it. But so like he's like he gets her going. He's like can you impersonate the sound of Godzilla? So she's doing it, and as the person said, he pulls down the curtain from like her glass doorway, and standing outside is a person in the actual Toho Godzilla suit. So of course she freaks out and she's like crying and everything like that hysterically, because and then basically what they did was, and I telling you, look up Godzilla goes on a date or Godzilla's date or something like that. And they literally did an actual like full-blown like day out date type thing. They went and ate together and had like a long walk in the park and then a walk on the beach and the sunset and the whole 9 yards. It was absolutely like adorable. It went completely viral. I definitely recommend checking it out because I watched it about an hour before coming on finally, and it was just like just puts a big smile across your face. You got to see it. Godzilla goes on a date. Go watch it.
It's on you. Okay, but is it on YouTube under Godzilla?
Yes, it's on YouTube. Yeah, okay. It's on YouTube. It's definitely on YouTube. Now, from a fun, like fun, feel good like thing news bit to one it's fucking irritating. Okay, yes, I have no other way to put it. Like the freaking dancer's belt up the crack of my ass. It is irritating.
Very specific. Go ahead.
Very specific. Mm-hmm. But okay, so of course people went bananas after the acquisition, the rights acquisition of the Charlie Brown thing, and then Charlie Brown specials not going to be airing on television.
We're not going to have a Great Pumpkin this year. Yes.
Yeah. But now this one goes a step further. Now apparently activists.
No, we're good. I'm adjusting.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey now.
Something was riding up the crack of Dan's ass, so he had to adjust. So go ahead.
But now activists are trying to shut down the showing of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because they feel like it promotes bullying.
Well, it does.
It does. But at the same time, it's like, Really?
Charlie Brown was bullied his entire cartoon life and continues
By
to be
Lucy
bullied.
and everybody
And
else.
everybody else. So why is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer all of a sudden the red flag, red nose, as it were, in
And that's the
bullying?
thing, and this is because it's just like more on the shit sandwich that has been 2020. You have waited. I mean, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer debuted how long ago?
60 years ago.
And now, 60 years later, it's a problem. Like, I mean, I watch this thing annually when it's on
We
TV.
do, and we pick out how problematic that thing is to begin
All the
with,
time.
considering the day and age we're in now versus when it was created. But I mean, it's not. I don't even have the right words.
1964, by the way.
Okay, 56 years ago.
Whew.
I
I don't have the
apologize.
right words to describe.
That one, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, so activists are really grinding and really pushing to get Rudolph not shown.
See,
Okay, so why don't you just not
Right.
watch it then?
Yeah, go ahead, Fox.
Sorry,
See,
Foxy. I can't
no,
say anything.
it's fine. This is the quote unquote problem with these kinds of articles, though, because 9 times out of 10, when they say activists are saying this, it's usually 4 or 5 people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
No
cops that
joke.
showed up at the zombie house this week.
Yes, like the zombie house in Hawthorne that literally just happened that got all these complaints to take down their decorations by neighbors, only for all the neighbors to be like, why'd they take it down?
Like, none of us said anything. We love this thing. It's been a thing here for, like, years.
Exactly. Or how, like, I mean, I hate saying it this way because
Oh,
of
boy.
that age we're in, but there are a lot of times when the media will pick up stories
Mhm.
saying that there's an uproar over this or there's an uproar over that, when in reality, it's either A, people joking and being sarcastic, or 2 or 3 people bitching. Kind of like when, Paw Patrol is going to be canceled
Oh,
because
that's
of
a big-
the cop dog. And it was like,
Yeah.
no, that was sarcasm. You guys are reporting on a bunch of people tweeting about this, thus angering all the Karens in the world and making it a thing. So this, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I don't buy it as actual people.
Is it moving to a exclusive? Wow, that looks much better if I do say so. Is it moving to a another streaming service? Is that what's going on?
Well, no, the Charlie Brown thing is because the rights were bought by...
Right, no, but are
Apple.
they eventually going to do that with Rudolph? Is that going to be the catch?
No, this is an actual thing to get it shut down.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ.
is not about it being bought by another company. This is about actually trying to get it to shut
The
down.
story is about the redemption and defeating the bullies. Why do you want to...
And Rudolph is the most famous reindeer of all time, okay? And the people that bullied him are nothing now. Donner, I think, died homeless a couple of years ago. So it's not really a thing to glorify the bullying aspect of it, because we know that Rudolph came out in the end. And you were talking about viral videos earlier, Deadpool. If you watch enough between Mad TV, Liquid TV, and Robot Chicken,
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim. Rudolph has got his revenge on those who bullied him quite a bit. I turn I cite the case of Raging Rudolph, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Mad TV, that animation. Rudolph, was the Al Capone in The Untouchables, and Abominable did his. The Bumble did his bidding, so he got his revenge. So folks that are still whining about this 56 years later, the bullying, sure, but the end result was the victim came out on top.
Yeah, but the whole point is that it's the bullied overcoming the bully, because he is special. He's not just another outcast. He's better than all of them. That's the whole point. Like, why would you take?
It falls into people looking at things at surface value as opposed to reading into the rest. All they're seeing is bullying, to the point where they see the bullying and then just focus on that for the rest of the time, ignoring the fact that there is a message, there is a moral, things that we all learned as children through fables and shows and such that don't exist anymore.
And because life has got to be nice and fluffy, and everybody gets a participation trophy, and there isn't a first, second, and third place. and some people don't get nothing. But that's the way it goes. Like, come on.
But you're gonna go after Karate Kid next because that guy was bullied and he came out on
Oh
top.
my God.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
the Karate
you know,
Kid is my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No, the poor dude from Cobra Kai. We're on his side. We're not talking about
okay,
Daniel.
I was
Daniel.
about to say.
Everybody knows Daniel was the bully
Hey,
at
I
this
was
point.
F that guy.
Yeah,
Everybody knows Daniel was the bully at this
Daniel
point.
was a bully. Yeah,
You
in
goddamn
Karate
right.
Kid.
Everybody who's effing with me, watch your shit. Watch it.
Everybody knows Zapka was the victim. Okay,
Yeah.
Zapka was the
If
victim.
if any of our fans or were fans of How I Met Your Mother, Neil Patrick Harris's character dressed up as Johnny as Cobra Kai every year for Halloween because he said he was the hero of the story, and he spelled out to Ted how this new guy came in, stole his girl, okay, and he's supposed to be okay with it. Daniel LaRusso was the villain in Karate Kid.
It was explained in season 1 of Cobra Kai how Daniel was the douche.
Yeah,
There's also a YouTube video fully explaining that Daniel's actually the bully.
yes, and how his kick to Johnny to win the All Valley
It's an
karate tournament
illegal
was
kick.
illegal.
I
Right.
know this personally. That's
Yeah.
an illegal kick.
And it was also brought up in episode 1 of Cobra Kai. But I digest. We were talking about Rudolph, and they've already taken the Great Pumpkin from us, so hopefully they won't take a Christmas favorite like Rudolph from us either. Especially for bullying.
Exactly. Well, on to a fun one. Every now and again. 1 second. All right, on to a fun one.
Look out, Deadpool's dying, everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? I got to say good night to teenagers. All right,
Oh,
every
okay.
now and again.
I thought you were
I
like
get the nice-
dehydrated or something.
No, I'm good so far. Every now and again, I get the fun news bit that we call the what the fuck moment of our news. Okay, and tonight I have a really good one. Okay, so supposedly around election time, there's supposedly going to be an asteroid about the size of a refrigerator, potentially could hit the Earth. Nobody knows the amount of damage that we could do or anything like that. But Norway of all places, apparently at least has civilization in mind for the post-apocalypse should anything like this happen, whether it be around election time or thereafter. As Norway has revealed, they have. This is an actual structure, folks. You can look it up. There's pictures of it and everything. They actually have, don't get too excited now, Dan, an Oreo vault.
A vault
It's
full
an
of Oreos?
an Oreo vault. It's an actual large built bomb fallout type shelter factory thing where they have a bunch of Oreos stored, and this place is in Norway, and the Oreos is basically the place is able to withstand extreme cold, extreme heat, and chemical reactions. This building is totally protected. And then inside, the Oreos are also wrapped in Mylar to protect them from negative 80 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, should the apocalypse happen, make a beeline for Norway.
Is this
For
the same
Oreo
vault? Is this the same vault that has all the print stuff?
No, this is just specifically an Oreo vault.
Do they have milk?
It's a
Yeah.
huge, large structure. It even says Oreo on the outside and everything like that. It's an Oreo. It's the Oreo vault. Norway put it out there and everything like that. I kid you not.
I
This is
believe
a-
you, Dan, but Fox, that is my hell. If I'm trapped in a vault of Oreos with no milk, just kill me.
Right.
Yeah,
What's the point?
Let's just go milk a radioactive cow.
But of all the things that we think of, this of all the things we think of to sustain life in a post-apocalyptic situation, regardless of what it is, we have to protect the Oreos.
Why are we not protecting the Reese's?
Thank you. Hello.
Well, most importantly, just have a Twinkie vault. Those things are timeless. They'll never get old.
But an
How
Oreo.
do you open the vault then?
It's like a large building. The building structure actually looks like something when like you land in Mass Effect on one of the planets and you find the factory. It literally looks like that.
Okay, but if we are in post-apocalyptic world and say, for example, something happens to like the guy that could open it, then what good does it do anybody?
Foxy, have you ever seen Me Hungry?
No.
I'll open that fucking door. GM Spectre says so the double stuff can protect us from the asteroids.
Yes.
Pretty much.
What about the-
well, again, it's a vault there for if shit hits the fan, we've got Oreos.
Not God.
So we'll all be
Hopefully not
Norwegians.
shitty Oreos. Like they better be like the good Oreos and not the shitty ones, like the golden outside or like really shitty flavored insides. Like
In
I
a
want
in a related
Right?
story, Sweden just announced that they have a Hydrox vault. So they're
Your turn.
I'll be back.
competing.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Dad.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. The Ottoman Empire was neither an Ottoman nor an empire. Discuss.
I find that interesting because Oreo is my least favorite cookie. Yeah, I'll say it right there. And let you guys in on something else. There's two things I hate, and this is going to surprise you with you guys knowing my favorite movie. I hate marshmallow, and I hate Twinkies.
Okay.
Which is funny coming from a fat guy.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I hate them both too, Dan. Not equally, but
But you're not fat. It's supposed to be a fat joke.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And now, okay, well, then I'm surprised that you don't like either one, especially since you're
It's dead. You already killed it.
Fall into that. It's an overrated snack category, but you know about it and you've tried it at least once.
Yeah, and as a kid, you had to have Twinkies and marshmallows at least some point in your life, but that doesn't mean you have to keep eating them or like them.
Jasoner92 says great costumes.
Who's he talking to?
Talking to everybody.
Oh.
By the way, Jay, if you haven't seen our fourth person, give us a second. Wait for him to sit back down because you're missing one. There's three of us now, but there's four dressed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's the best costume ever.
Well, I mean, debatable. It doesn't have a proton pack. Why does he not be Ghost Deadpool? I just spoiled it for Jay. Oh, well. Why does he not just be Ghostbusting Deadpool? Someone give him a proton pack. And I want to see a Deadpool Ghostbusters crossover right now.
Proton pack on the back and they split.
I found out about Vigo, the Master of Evil, trying to battle my boys. That's not legal.
Legal.
Ow! Hey, Deadpool's back. Say hi to Jay, Deadpool.
See, now I'm hungry.
Talk about Oreos.
I'm
Jay,
gonna go get a duck.
Jay, there's no
I think I can imagine suffering the most serious case of munchies ever known to man.
Right.
You have no idea. If Dan gets to that vault, I'm right behind him because if I get hungry, especially after this costume that I'll smoke after we get off the air, then yes, the munchies will hit me hard.
Wait, Craig.
I know somebody mentioned. Okay, there was a big uproar of the Tom Holland photo for Uncharted. Thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm wet.
I'm still in the Nathan Fillion camp. I really thought he should have played. Not to say that he wasn't offered the role and couldn't do it or some other thing, but I'm not mad at Tom Holland for being Nathan Drake. As much as I love Uncharted, as much as I played it for hours and days on end without stopping, just the fact that there is going to be a movie. But as we know, and I'll point out to all of you, the history of video games turned to movies is not a good one. Okay?
Wow, Super Mario Brothers is great.
It was not. Neither was Prince of Persia. Neither was Need for Speed.
We have Monster Hunter on the way too.
Neither was Doom. But I'm saying, if there is going to be a movie to break that trend to actually cross the $100 million mark, I would bet on Tom Holland and Uncharted.
Super Mario Brothers is awesome.
I don't think a lot of people are going to get behind Monster Hunter just because, I mean, we like the Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are very, jaded and, blame Mila for the whole Resident Evil thing. It's like, look, she was just acting in the thing, okay? Like
Any video game would work better as a TV series as opposed to movie to begin with.
Yeah.
Any.
I agree.
game.
Thank you, Jay. Jay says I like Super Mario Brothers because you're correct. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a fun film.
Movie
Yeah.
so much. I know by memory.
At least Street Fighter 2 has Raul Julia hamming it. Dude, that's why I do not talk trash about that movie because Raul Julia, and I don't care how crappy it is.
Yeah.
I love that.
I told you
This is falling into the guilty pleasures thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hold off on that.
Dan, I told you about the John Leguizamo Super Mario Brothers story, right?
You mean they were hammered the entire day, every day?
No, John Leguizamo, for those of you who don't know, had the role in Philadelphia, opposite Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington.
Oh, that's right.
He turned it down to do Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
And John Leguizamo to this day still cite that as his biggest regret in his career.
Sometimes I think that I know. Sorry.
Hey, he did the movie. He followed it up with Pest.
Yeah. Well,
That's a funny-ass movie, though.
And Leguizamo wanted to work. He had jumped at the opportunity to work with Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper.
And then they ended up just going and drinking all day because it was so shitty.
Yes. But yeah, that's John Leguizamo's biggest regret. We were talking. Do you want to go into guilty pleasures now?
Well, I have one last tidbit because I know Miss Foxy has not been. I don't know if she has been privy to it or not, but I would like to see a reaction out of this. Okay.
While I'm eating?
Yes. Tim Burton is doing his first ever television series, and he is making a live-action Addams Family TV series.
Okay, hold up.
Burton? Tim? Family Addams, you say?
No, see, I heard people wanting that. I didn't know that was official.
No, it is a thing. This is a thing.
I have one
I'm
question.
on board.
Yes.
I'm on board.
I have one question. By the way, I don't mean to interrupt you. I can't see shit out of these. I have one question.
Yes.
We'll decide if I'm in or out. Is Danny Elfman on board?
There was no mention. But if put it this way, if Tim Burton's in, come on now.
Because if I don't get a Danny Elfman Addams Family theme.
Tim Burton and Danny Elfman
Are like peanut butter and jelly.
That's true. Yeah, no, I know. No,
Yeah.
I need that.
Now, some details on this are this is Tim Burton's first television series ever in his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
He's never done a television before.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is going to be, I think, the fun part because it's Tim Burton. And he's picked the right perspective and character for this, out of this. Okay, yes, it's still the Addams Family. But basically, the thing he's going with is, it's in modern times, a.k.a. 2020.
Yeah.
All from Wednesday Addams' perspective and thoughts on what's going on, thoughts on the world.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's the Addams Family. I'm gonna watch it anyway, so I really don't care.
Tim Burton, Addams Family, I'm in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, this is gonna get rather interesting at times, seeing 2020 criticized and taken through the eyes of Wednesday Addams.
Of a goth adolescent.
I'm not on board until the casting.
Yeah.
Until the casting and who Wednesday Addams turns out to be.
Yeah, of course.
I like it if they had a nod to the original cast. Since outside of Raul Julia, they're all still around. If Christina Ricci played Morticia, I'd be okay with that.
Oh yes. Everybody wants to see her in a Morticia dress already.
Or even Chloe Grace Moretz as Wednesday could work as well.
Well, isn't she like 2021 now?
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, but it depends on the Wednesday. Tim Burton makes great movies. I'm not always thrilled with his casting choices, so I like to see who the cast is before I decide to go all in.
Knowing our luck, it's gonna be the girl from Stranger Things.
Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm a big fan, but obviously Foxy is not.
Well, no, the thing is, okay. The thing is with us is we've seen her in interviews and stuff like that, and she's quite full of herself for getting success so young.
Yes.
And everything like that, to the point where she went on a rant a while back, being thoroughly upset why she hadn't been cast into a Star Wars as a princess or something like that. And she was like dead serious. Like,
wow.
She really thinks the world of her ability and her position based off of Stranger Things.
Well, and she's got a right to be incredulous. I mean, after her work in Godzilla, who wouldn't want to cast her in a Star Wars film?
Incredulous versus egotistical was two
Yeah,
different things.
I mean, she carried that monster throughout the whole 90 minutes. So I don't know what these other producers are looking at. Why they
I
can
was
obviously
looking at the
see.
movie. I thought Godzilla carried it very well. I wasn't paying attention to her.
No, that was the Millie Bobby Brown show. That was her auditioning for
Oh,
Star Wars.
kidding me? Between her character and the mom's character, we're like, hurry up with these scenes. Can we get this shit over with?
Vera Farmiga. Yes, Oscar-nominated actress running from Godzilla.
I
seriously.
I was off the doctor. I cried when the doctor died. I cried when the scientist died.
Yeah.
I cried my eyes out.
Yeah, but again, I have to see Billy Bobby Brown's point on that. She should have, from Godzilla alone. I don't know why she wasn't cast in a Star Wars film as a princess or even a princess doorstop.
It could have been the way she approached it publicly, being pissed off about it.
Yeah, that probably not the
Holy
best way to
shit.
go. Yeah, that's akin to Sean Young dressing up as a Catwoman and appearing in Tim Burton's office in a cat suit, sitting in a bag of kitty litter, trying to get. For those of you who don't remember, those of you not young enough to know, Sean Young was originally cast as Vicky Vale in the first Batman Tim Burton's film in 1989.
Would have been better.
She broke her ankle. Well, anyone other than Michael Keaton would have been better, but I digress. She broke her ankle on horseback riding. So it was recast, and Kim Basinger got the role. So when there was announced there was going to be a Batman Returns, Sean Young mistakenly thought, well, since I was cast in the first one, I should be in this one. Tim Burton was like, don't work like that. We're going with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. And she auditioned for the part, even appearing on talk shows, dressed up as Catwoman, and even got into Tim Burton's office wearing a Catwoman outfit and sitting in a box of kitty litter. Those were her attempts to be cast as Catwoman, a role that was already filled, but because she was cast in the first Batman, she thought she should have been in the second Batman.
Never grab that brass ring, people.
Just the cat litter thing. Just is like, wow, really? Were we that desperate?
Yeah.
Cat litter back then was random and gross and not scented.
Yeah. And kids, this was pre-internet, so we found about all of this during Hollywood reporting in newspapers and in magazines that this actually happened. Imagine if Twitter was a thing. I don't think Sean Young would have even had the career that she had. Thank God for Ace Ventura.
Oh my God.
But I digest. Are we at the guilty pleasure point of our? Did you have anything else?
The guilty pleasures? Yes, we are at the guilty pleasures.
Yeah, I want to go around the room first before we get, because I know we're going to be on this topic for quite a while. Dan, Foxy, anything you want to add in or anything that we missed?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Dan,
I have dropped my load.
Huh. Well. Hey, I'm right here. Dan's right here, Jay. Hello.
Yeah, we can recognize you.
You can't see my fat rolls under this mask? Come on.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
He's a shock master. What's wrong with you guys?
You shut your fucking mouth. I am not Uncle Fred. My name is not Fred. I think that was Uncle Fred.
Fred Automan. God damn, take it away.
Where am I taking it?
Guilty pleasures.
Okay, yes. So it's this evening, and we invite those watching on Twitch and everything like that. Since Dan is manning the boards and everything like that, we're gonna let out our guilty pleasures. Whether they be music, television, and/or movies.
We should start it in categories to make sure we cover it.
All right. Well, why don't you moderate this? You go for it. You're actually really good at these. We used to do stuff like this all the time, and she's actually the really good moderator out of all of us. So why don't you moderate and you go for it? Oh, she's already listening. She's already listening.
Yes. I would say food. We'll go. We've never done a guilty pleasure food.
No, guilty pleasure food.
Yeah. Okay.
Pleasure food.
I don't know what else.
Like, what's a food that you don't? If people found out you eat, you'd be embarrassed to tell them that. Oh my God, you eat that?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
Waffles and cheese.
Wow.
Delicious.
I never even heard those words together in the same sentence. Jeez.
Yep. Nice toasted waffle with a slab of preferably Munster cheese, but if not, American will do. And slather that bitch up with some syrup. Oh my god.
Wow, Munster cheese? Not
So,
Adam's family
yeah.
cheese?
Almost 20 years we've been together. And the first time she mentioned this, I had the exact same reaction you had. You know, even dressed the way you are. And if I had as much as what you're wearing, I still would have had the same look and went, huh?
And that's the same look I gave my high school best friend when I was at her house, and I was like, I would really love just like a snack. And she's like, oh, I got you. And she hands me waffles and cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I ate it, and here we are, and I'm feeding it to my kids, who also gave me the same look.
Wow.
And admittedly, I had it one night, and I was like, all right, actually, this is not that bad.
Yeah, well, obviously together it doesn't sound like, but I just never would have put those two together. You know, maybe I was in a bunker. Maybe if I was trapped in an Oreo bunker and I was out of Oreos, maybe. But,
No.
Down to waffles, we're down to cheese.
I
Shit.
did it all at that point. There's no way.
Okay.
Jay said he's had an over medium egg on a peanut butter and jelly.
Huh.
No,
Interesting.
gross. Get this cup.
Guilty pleasure food is going to sound a lot like pregnancy cravings from everybody.
Yeah, seriously.
This is awesome.
This is where it's going to get good. Anybody else out there watching got some guilty pleasure foods? Go for it. This is great. This has already gotten us starting good.
Do we categorize as guilty pleasure something that nobody else would eat?
or it just, or even if you had an incident where you're eating something, somebody said, "Ew, you like that?"
Yeah,
Ugh.
okay. Jay was here for this one.
Others would be like, ugh.
Jay was here for this one, and this one confuses me. It's just a cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Just
That's
cheddar,
it.
slices of cheddar cheese on bread with no toppings. Not toasted.
Our youngest does that.
Yeah, but he's
He doesn't know anything.
No, he's smart. He's smarter than the rest of you. That's what that means. I don't know. I don't have a food guilty pleasure. I eat like a 8-year-old.
I do remember mine as a kid. One of mine as a kid, maybe it's just because my grandmother bought them all the time, whatever. But straight up sardines with the red sauce straight out of the can.
Get out of my house.
I used to have sardines straight up. And sometimes I would, like, if she had white rice left over, I just dump it on the white rice and swirl it around and go to town.
that nasty.
Ugh, that nasty.
Yep,
Okay.
like, you know, that red.
I'm looking at Foxy's face like he smells it.
No, it wasn't blood. It was
It
an
was the
actual.
blood of the innocent sardines.
No, it was an actual sauce. It was an actual sauce.
Gelatinous blood.
I don't know, but the point is, I used to dog that. I used to open up the can and just.
Oh, that's
Wow. Well, let's get off of food, and so we can keep the rest of our dinner.
What was
down.
you didn't give us your food guilty pleasure.
I don't think I have one. The only thing I noticed, you know what I noticed this season, this particular week, actually, when I said I got greeted with a healthy bit of derision that I had no idea existed. But I love candy corns. But apparently that's not a popular.
it's not.
It's not popular.
Whatever.
It's not
I love
popular to communists.
Me too. I did not know. I did not know that.
Hey, listen, anybody who's listening, and I mean this 100%, this is a shoot to steal from Damien's line of work. If you don't want candy corn, I will give you my fucking address. You can send me the candy corn.
Yeah.
I'll eat it, all of it.
I would do it for you, but she gets it from me. So
That's okay. No.
I'm already on this one. 3-1. I do not like candy corn. I will
You're wrong.
pass.
Well, you're disgusting. You're a disgusting person.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't like to eat little bits of candle wax.
Well, don't
I
eat the
get it.
candle wax then. That's not
Exactly.
candy corn.
It's the Lewis Black thing, corn. That tastes like candy. Oh boy.
Listen,
You
listen.
said this thing when I eat Twizzlers.
Oh my God, Twizzlers too. That's another. Oh
But they're
God.
chocolate. So it's
Exactly.
chocolate wax.
Chocolate.
Chocolate
Like a
Twizzlers?
Yankee candle. Just
A Yankee candle?
yeah, it's like a Yankee.
Oh, whoa. There's
Like,
chocolate
okay,
Twizzlers?
Wait, hold.
You
I
don't
didn't know
have
that
a-
either, Dan. I didn't.
I do not know what a Yankee candle
Oh
is.
my god.
Does anybody know what a Yankee candle is?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You were living under a rock?
No, you're living under a mask, Damien.
There's not a lot of oxygen going in here.
I
They're
noticed.
really good, folks.
Yankee Candle is like apparently the ultimate in like scented candles that you can buy. They have like stores and everything.
Yes,
I
they
don't
have.
know, but I know what the fuck they
Crowhead.
are.
It's a chain. It's a.
Yeah,
It's a.
yeah.
It's a.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a monumentous occasion.
Yes.
In the room for the first time is my father.
Whoa!
Hello, Dad.
Hi, Dan's dad.
Your son is a chrome head. That he said it first. And I do have LED lighting. So I saw you said that last time. Chocolate Twizzlers can fuck all the way off, says purple flavored trash.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say your dad said that.
I thought your dad said that. It's like, wow, okay.
No,
He comes-
my dad eats the black licorice, so we don't speak about that.
Oh, wow.
Yuck. Yeah.
No,
Ugh.
No, yeah, so we don't talk about that. We have 25 Yankee candles. Oh, yeah, I know you do, Dad. There's the thing. I was going to say the joke to Damien was Yankee Candles is like the Band-Aid. Like if you get a scented candle, even if it's not a Yankee candle, it's a Yankee candle, like a Band-Aid is an adhesive strip.
Okay.
Bath and Body Works kind of better, but whatever.
Yeah, well, that too.
I get my candles by Serenity by Jan. That's where I get all my candles from.
Okay.
I can't do my guilty pleasure while he's watching.
Dan, he's got to behave himself now.
It makes sure Dad says the black licorice. Well, this you can all tell this is my dad. He says the black licorice makes your poop green.
Well, then.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
And you're worried about what you're going to say. Come on, the man's giving you carte blanche. Go for it.
Okay, so it's not what you think, but we can move into the areas of music if we'd like.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Guilty
Am I-
pleasure is
And I'm just going to show you mine.
New
Right
kids. Yes.
I'm with you.
Danny, Donnie, Joey, Jordan.
I grew up as a teen when they came out in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Let me tell you, and it was an all-Italian area. You could not escape it anywhere.
Exactly. It was the Italian boy band. It's all, hey, look, there's Dottie over there. He's singing really good.
What's Jordan doing? Jordan, it's Joey. Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey, how you doing?
That's your guilty pleasure, Dan?
That's my guilty pleasure. I don't
Okay.
have that many guilty pleasures. I guess the big guilty pleasure would be Genesis.
That's not a guilty pleasure, though.
That's why I'm saying I don't have. I'm exciting with the. Never mind. I can't finish that sentence.
Okay, can I piggyback off of your
Just
guilty
say
pleasure?
I'm my guilty pleasures are with the mouth. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I piggyback off of your guilty pleasure band? Because mine is related to your guilty pleasure band
Go ahead,
in
yeah.
the same area. My guilty pleasure, and I try at times I've tried to hide this, but other times I've been very out and proud about this. I had her T-shirt.
Oh, no.
I even had a button,
Oh,
and
no.
I bought all her albums. And when I found out that she was dating Jonathan Knight of the New Kids on the Block, I actually wanted to kill him. It relieved me a great deal when I found out that John was gay, so nothing happened. But still didn't take away my jealousy. My guilty pleasure has and always will be Tiffany.
I have her vinyl album downstairs in my man cave.
I have all three of her vinyl albums. Her albums are
Oh.
vinyl. Yes. Yeah, I even watched her when she was on Celebrity Wrestling with Hulk Hogan. Anything anytime she's ever been on. I was the only person in the theater, gentlemen and ladies. This is the first time I've been in this in public, if you will. I had to go like this in public, if you will. I was the only one in the theater going to see the Jetsons movie because Tiffany was the voice of Judy Jetson.
Judy Jetson.
And can I assure you that you were not the only one in the theaters to see the Jetsons movie, sir?
I was the only one in that theater.
Yeah, I was. Well, my mom.
Go to a black theater in North Philly and be the only black kid there going to see the Jetsons.
I was
the only one there.
I was the only one with my mom in the theater we went to. There's a guilty pleasure and a funny story. Well, first of all, Jay says, "Love me some Lana Del Rey." I don't think.
love her.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jay, you're not alone. So here's the funny.
My musical. I got my musical guilty pleasure.
Okay,
Actually,
this is movies. So yeah, go ahead, do it.
Hall & Oates. I will rock the hell out of Hall & Oates all day long.
That's
To
nothing
the
to be
point
ashamed
where
of.
I made there's video evidence of this somewhere on social media of me using our son in his Cookie Monster coat as a puppet and making him lip sync and dance a whole routine of Private Eyes to my wife
In
in
IHOP.
IHOP. It was a whole shtick. She loved it.
I
There's
want
nothing
to. I
would
want
do
to
that
redo
so
that
much.
whole video with some friends of mine because that's nothing to be ashamed of. Damn. I
No, yeah.
I had to.
And then my other guilty pleasure is I like to sing 80s ballads horribly.
Okay.
It's,
Well,
come on.
that's
Born
that's
would
yeah.
love this. Come on.
I'm
That's
trying to
a
think what would be a
that's a
guilty
mental
musical
mental.
guilty pleasure. I really.
I've got several. Tiffany, the Go Go's. I love Wilson Phillips.
They're great though.
Yeah, but can't
How
crank
about you
that.
musically? You haven't put yours musically out there.
No, I know I haven't.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That's the
No,
guilt
no, no,
overriding.
no.
Go ahead, Fox.
No, that's not fair. Let's go.
Really gonna blow everybody's minds.
Probably. Because, I mean, I have no qualm. I listen to everything, and I'm proud. I don't give a shit. I'll rock 80s, 90s, Spanish, country, what have you. It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Guilty pleasure is, like, really, really cheesy pop songs. Like when Call Me Maybe came out, or when
Aqua Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl. Avril Lavigne has this terrible song called Hello Kitty. I love it so much.
I thought you meant her whole discography.
This Ali and AJ song called like Potential Breakup. I love really, really bad
Okay.
I do.
Nothing wrong with that.
You've heard half of them.
Turn into the
Unfortunately.
kid. Wow, you're a lucky man, Dan.
No, the best part of it is the way it goes. There's a progression of her liking these.
Mm-hmm.
We'll catch the video. We'll watch it together.
Oh, yeah.
And we will dog it together. We will completely dog it, and she will honestly be dogging it.
And then the next day,
And then the next day I come home, it's bang. I'm like, what the hell? She goes,
Oh, like that one song, Bad Girl. Like that one song, like a few weeks ago. There's this really bad industrial pop song called Bad Girl. I don't even know who sings it, but it's so repetitive and it is so annoying because we watched the whole video. We're like, oh, this sucks so bad. 2 days later, it comes up on my Spotify as I'm cooking. And he's like, what the fuck?
I looked at her. I said, really?
I'm like,
It's like basically when I come in, it's like she's sold out all of a sudden. It's like, what the hell? I thought we were against this.
No, it's research. I'm trying. Keep listening to see how bad it is. See, that's what I'm trying to do.
It was kind of like, yeah, and anybody, and I'm not a Beyonce fan, and again, I'm not knocking anybody in. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Team Pink, hey, but she's saying Beyonce this, Beyonce that. I come in and it's crazy fun, and I literally look at her like I walk in and she's rocking out freaking Beyonce. She apparently missed a text that I was almost coming home, I guess to hide it, and then it was like literally like
that's her Sasha Fierce time. You can't.
It was like the scene in Finding Nemo when it goes in ooh papa doo. That was like her when I walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what makes things funnier when you're wearing the Deadpool mask is sometimes when you do a certain inflection, we can see your mouth move underneath the mask, and it makes it even funnier.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny to me.
Yeah. Like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction. That's exactly
like
what I was going to say.
Are you okay?
Yes.
So we get food and music. What's next? Guilty pleasure.
We'll go movie. So I know
Okay.
Dan has a movie ready to go.
Yep, go ahead for it, Dan.
Ah, crap! I forgot. Okay. Here's my guilty pleasure. Every Christmas, there is a movie, and if you guys have heard of this, I'll be so happy. There's a movie called Santa Claus, the movie.
You with Tim Allen?
No, that's
Dudley Moore.
And Dudley Moore.
that's the one.
Okay. For free?
Yes, it's it. For free. Yes, exactly. John Lithgow is the villain. Burgess Meredith plays the ancient elf. Oh my God, the actor who plays Santa Claus, and it just occurred to me who he was like 2 months ago, Kelly and I. There's a guilty pleasure. Kelly and I watch old commercials, hours of them.
Uh-huh.
It's this channel that uploads old commercials from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yes, that has Dudley Moore as an elf. Exactly that movie. Just to kick it back into wrestling, Daphne is actually in a deleted scene in that movie.
That's why you like it.
That's not why I like it. I liked it before I knew Daphne was anywhere near that movie. I watch this movie every year. The actor that says, Craig, I'm going to go to you for this. In Blazing Saddles, he yells, never mind that shit, here comes Mongo. Who's the actor?
Got me.
The actor that plays Mongo?
Yeah, no. The actor that he screams Mongo's coming. He's a very famous actor, and I just put two and two together that this motherfucker is Santa Claus, and he was well known.
It wasn't Harvey Korman?
No.
I'm trying to think who says you get that shit. Here comes Mongo. It wasn't Kenneth Mars.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, but I watched this. Nobody likes this movie. I've never found anybody who likes this movie. And I love this movie like I absolutely legitimately love this movie, and it is a well-known piece of shit.
Okay.
It's David Huddleston.
Okay.
He's in The Big Lebowski's in Blazing Saddles. If you looked him up, he's in everything. You'd know who he is. And I just put two together. I'm like, oh shit, that's Santa Claus. I didn't know that.
Okay.
But it has a great ending where Webster's daddy. Yes.
Alex Karras, yes.
Alex Karras was Mongo. He's not
yeah.
Mongo. He's the one that screams for Mongo. Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. He's the guy that delivers that line where Mongo comes in.
Yes.
That's my guilty pleasure. But my other guilty pleasure is Garfield the movies.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I'm only bringing this up because this is a funny-ass story.
Because you love Breckenmeyer.
No, because I love Garfield.
Okay.
Big Garfield fan.
Thank you. I've always loved Garfield.
Big Garfield mark. I am a mark for Garfield. I'm not the.
I have an old board game that one of my old bosses bought for me at a yard sale.
I have every single Garfield comic book. Those paperback books, the tiny ones.
Those long ones. Yeah.
Got all
every
that
single
stuff.
one of those.
Yeah. But I think the movies are just fine.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to have that opinion because they suck, and it's now become a joke because of Zombieland. What's any regrets? Garfield, maybe. But the funny story attached to this is, I wasn't thinking anything of this when I went to see it in theaters alone, and it was me and a bunch of parents with their kids.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So halfway through the movie, I noticed that I'm getting glares and I'm getting stared at. And I'm like, something on my face. Am I bleeding? Am I dying? Is somebody holding a gun to my head? And then I realized it was me. I was the problem. I was the older gentleman. Now, at the time when it came out, I was 24.
Mm-hmm.
So I was stupid to this. I didn't think this through. So
I did not figure out.
As the movie's going on, I'm watching all these parents look at me sitting in the row by myself going, who the fuck is this guy? And by the end of the movie, I was down. So when the sequel came out with Tim Curry, I took my girlfriend.
Nice. See, I am a healthy adult male.
Yes, I'm completely not. I just want to see. Oh, Bill Murray's so funny.
Wow.
Oof. Okay, so guilty pleasure movie, Craig.
I even made up a list. Well, I posted it a couple years back, but off the top of my head, my guilty pleasure list, probably my number one, and it's been playing on the Flix network for some reason all month, and I could not be happier. And the amount of shit I take for it, I gladly welcome, because I will stand by this movie till my dying day, which could be any minute now because I'm black in America. But, the Robert Stigwood 1978 film, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie.
Wow.
Yes!
All-star cast, Peter Frampton, the Bee Gees, Steve Martin, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind and Fire,
Billy Preston,
as Sgt. Pepper, all the music, the Lennon and McCartney stuff, George Harrison, Alice Cooper. I saw this film in a theater, begged my mother, dragged her to come with me to see it. She loved the music because her and my dad introduced me to the Beatles. She hated everything else in between, but that's my favorite movie musical of all time. Also, in that similar vein, my guilty pleasure, Spice World.
Oh, I
Can
love that.
Yeah.
have
That's a
to
good
watch
movie.
it every time. And for our geeks out there, and get a ton of heat for this, and I'll again bring it on. I'll still stand by this, and I don't know what the fuck your problem is with the star of this film, but I like Daredevil, the movie, a lot. Okay,
Nothing
and
wrong
if
with the movie.
anything, that proved that Ben Affleck would have been the best Batman because he'd already played a superhero. He'd already done a kick-ass pool scene like the one in Daredevil. So when I heard that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, I was on board while the rest of the world burned and with their heads straight up Michael Keaton's ass. Ben Affleck was the best Batman because he was the best Daredevil.
Purple Flavored Trash said you're sus.
I what?
You're sus. Suspect. You're sus.
What the speak English?
It was English. Sus.
What the fuck is a sus? You ran out of energy in the last 4 letters?
No, it's slang. Why don't you get down with
That's
us young folks?
Yeah.
No, that's that old SNL bit. That's that old SNL bit with David Spade. You know, he made fun of the infomercial guy. You know, the use of words and stuff like that. It's like everything was like shorter. There's an old David Spade skit on SNL. I completely aged.
3 letters. It's 3 letters.
Yeah, I ran out of energy. I couldn't get the last 4 letters out there. So yeah, you'll get my meaning.
Hey, don't attack our listeners, please. It's the only
Don't attack.
it's the only viewers I have. It's the only viewers I have. God damn it.
Yeah, but those are just those are just a few of my guilty pleasures.
By the way, I just want to double down. He is the best Batman.
Thank you.
I know.
All right.
He left.
My movie pleasure. Well, yeah, I did.
Oh, Purple Flavored Trash just said to our opinion about Ben Affleck, laughs in see-through Romero.
Uh,
All right. Whatever.
Let's see. Well, our primary guilty pleasure together is, of course, B-rated shark movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Sharktopus, Swamp Shark, all that stuff. Even though Swamp Shark kind of disappointed us a little bit.
It was actually really good.
Because it was actually a really good movie in the end. So,
Yeah.
But other than that, guilty pleasure movies. I have a couple of them. One she got to sit privy to and was like, "You actually like this fucking hot mess?" And this is my wife of almost 20 years, but she's like, "You actually like this fucking hot mess?" The Double Dragon movie with Mark Dacascos and Alyssa Milano.
okay.
I know. I sat through that shit.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know. I was reading, and then
She got sucked in and she couldn't stop looking at it.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Foxy, it's not
You
too
know.
late for a divorce.
It's Alyssa Milano, so and hey, Mark Dacascos had all this strong thing going on. It was cool. So there was that one. And another one of my guilty pleasures, very little known, hard to find actually, because it's like if you find it on DVD, it's like $50 some odd, whatever. Sword and the Sorcerer.
The animated one?
No, Sword and the Sorcerer. The actual, it's an actual like it's like during the whole like it was like trying to follow the trend or the hype of Conan the Barbarian. It was like
Right.
those. Everything got released in the theaters. It's called Sword and the Sorcerer. The lead character, oh God, what the hell is the lead guy's name? But Richard Mole played the sorcerer in the prosthetics
Wow.
and everything
both.
in the beginning and the end.
Okay, both.
And
nice.
but the guy had like a sword, had like 3 blades. He could shoot 2 of the blades and everything. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
But I love like cheesy fucking sword and sorcery flicks and stuff like that. But yeah, the main one I had her sit through that was a bad guilty pleasure was that one. Oh, and another guilty pleasure that she sat through was the very first theatrical movie role in the United States, or any movie for that matter, if I recall, of Jean-Claude Van Damme in No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh God.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh God. Oh, I hate that movie. Oh. Ah.
Wow.
The best one, she went, wait a minute. This kid gets bullied, and he gets trained by the ghost of Bruce Lee. I said, yes. She goes, all right. And she went, yeah, that's it. I'm out. I'm out. That's it. I'm out.
I have sat through that. Why would
My dad paid money, and we saw that in the movie theaters.
Oh, thank Christ I didn't pay money for that. Oh. Purple
I
Flavor
don't
Trash
older
says,
than you. I don't think you were around yet for that.
Purple Flavor Trash says, if any of y'all say Birth of a Nation, y'all canceled.
What say again?
If any of y'all say Birth of a Nation, you're all canceled.
Well, I ain't saying it, so.
Well, I was going to say, I'm the whitest one in here, and I hate that movie. I've never even seen it, so.
I've never even heard of it.
I have one more guilty pleasure, and I'm interested to see if Craig has seen this.
Yes.
It's Buster.
Oh my God!
Was Phil Collins the lead singer of Genesis?
Yeah, that would be the one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The best
Oh!
singer of Genesis.
I guess I got another guilty pleasure.
That was Buster was Groovy Kind of Love, right?
Groovy Kind of Love, yep.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Correct. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Purple Flavor Trash Labyrinth in this room is not a guilty pleasure, and
Damn right.
I will stare at David Bowie's balls all day.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Yeah.
don't, but I would.
What was the comment you made the other day?
About your dancer's belt and David Bowie, how I have my own personal Jareth Goblin King at home from the waist down when he puts the dancer's belt on a Deadpool costume.
All right, funny inside Deadpool story now. I'm gonna toss out a Deadpool web series story. You guys ready for this one?
Hell yeah.
This is a fun one. Okay, so my dream was always, I always loved acting, which is kind of how I fell into the wrestling thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when Notability was like, "Hey, I think I would like you to try off of the Deadpool thing because I think you'd actually be a really good fit for it," and everything like that. So I said, "Sure."
Nice choice of words.
So we're getting there. We're getting to that part of the story. So I, at this point, never knew what a dancer's belt was, but he was like, "Well, and he told me the purpose of what a dancer's belt is." For those not privy to what a dancer's belt is, it's it's like it's kind of supposed to kind of make you look like a Ken doll in some respects, so that way things don't look too pronounced, for the kiddies. So he was like, "I'll tell you what, try it on without the dancer's belt first, and then we'll go from there." I said, "Okay, no problem." Go and I go change, and I come out, and he's sitting in a chair, and I just so happen to be at the correct height. He looks over, and he goes, "Oh no, put it on." He goes, "Put it on, put it on." I think it was about a second or two. He's like, "Put it on." And then apparently after the series came out, my wife, along with some of the female actresses, had comments about said dancer's belt, which was...
Wearing the dancer's belt didn't make a difference. You could see every nook and cranny and crevice and vein there
Right.
was.
Ouch.
Not that I was looking.
That's just...
I would have looked.
So there's an inside Deadpool story. For those of you curious, go on Vimeo.
Cheap plug. Cheap plug whore.
Cheap plug whore. Go on Vimeo, type in Deadpool web series, make sure it's by Blinky 500, and you can see the 3 episodes and judge for thyself.
And I just want to put this out there on record so it doesn't get deleted if it gets done. I do think a socially distanced Deadpool series with Blinky would be hilarious. Deadpool, something like Deadpool not understanding that even though he would heal from the coronavirus, others wouldn't.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it.
All right.
I like it. But real quick, my last guilty pleasure, which I just thought of,
Oh boy.
Kid and Play House Party, the first
Oh God,
That was
that's
good.
a great movie. I watched that when I was real
Pleasure.
young. I watched that all the time. I loved that movie.
Could you say you enjoyed Class Act as much? Because I did.
I did
too.
I had the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I've
And-
never seen that.
Yeah, definitely see
Class Act? You've never seen Class Act?
No.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, dude,
that's
you gotta
definitely
watch it.
best.
It's so good.
But damn, as far as House Party goes, that it shouldn't have to be a guilty pleasure because that was a smash hit. That was the first indie film, if you want to, because it played at Cannes, and they didn't have a distributor for it. And
Yeah.
so when you think of indie films or any House Party, because it was a hit, that set the stage for your future Kevin Smith and your Kevin Smith, Gus Van Sant, other indie directors that didn't have a say before House Party, and it was not only was it a hit then, but it was a hit for us, for people that look like me, because this was the first film with a predominantly black cast that showed black suburban teens. which you never saw in movies before.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
They weren't in the ghetto or anything. And as far as high school films, this has always been in my top 5. I'll put this right next to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Can't Hardly Wait. And this came out 30 years ago this year. House
Can't
Party.
Buy Me Love.
Yeah, Can't Buy Me Love, another one. But House Party set the stage for all those films. It was also the first dance battle in a movie that you see in Step Up, and You Got Served. It was the first rap battle in the film that
And one of my first questions in Tisha Campbell. Love Tisha Campbell.
Me too. And that was where Tisha and Martin first met. And it was on the set of House Party that Martin said to Tisha, "If I ever get my own show, I want you to be my wife." And Tisha said, "Yeah, whatever." But Martin Lawrence was a man of his word, and cast Tisha as his. But yeah, so House Party, it could be your guilty pleasure, but there's nothing to be guilty of. It was a smash hit.
Miss Foxy, your movie guilty pleasure?
Musicals.
Okay.
All kinds. That's my father's fault. Like, Cat Ballou comes on, I'm watching it. The original Bye Bye Birdie comes on, I'm watching it. Like West Side Story, and then the most recent of them is being Mamma Mia. Oh my God, I drive him crazy. Drive him crazy with Mamma Mia, and it's been on TV this whole month. So
take a chance on me.
There's another part to the Mamma Mia thing, though.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're going there.
Oh God.
You're going there. Yes, you are. You're not going to give them half the story on Mamma Mia.
There's another part of this story?
Oh, there's another part to this story. That reaction tell you there isn't?
Yeah,
Come on, let's go.
You're burning the lead here.
Let's go.
Fox,
I need
let's hear it.
stories.
Let's hear it.
So, Pierce Brosnan.
Yes,
You can't sing a lick.
That movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just
you think Pierce Brosnan made the movie?
In my mind, yes.
Okay,
Because
since we're not.
I never found that man attractive. I never thought any like I never saw the appeal until there's one scene where they're singing the "I Do" song and he flips the ring and I'm like, oh,
Pierce.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all.
And now she's in love with Pierce Brosnan.
And now I'm officially in love with Pierce Brosnan because of that one.
It's also apparently
that one scene.
It's for her to suddenly realize she likes older actors.
No, I knew that all the time.
Oh, because it was Hugh Laurie.
Oh my God. Oh my God, yeah. Old
Jeffrey
guys,
Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Hugh Laurie.
Wow. Okay.
House.
Until he speaks with real accent.
But then when he speaks in his real accent and he's actually Hugh Laurie, it's like, no.
Nah.
I don't like this version of Hugh Laurie.
Now too.
There is?
The concert.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Dr. Cockroach from...
No, the concert. Where I fucked up her concert experience.
Yeah, so I actually went to see Hugh Laurie live in concert because he covers old blues songs. And I
You paid money for that?
Concert with my girlfriends, and we're there, and he's like, "So, you're the youngest one there, aren't you?" Like,
yep.
Yeah. Like everybody's sitting. What do I do?
No, what happened was before she left, I said, "I guarantee you two are going to be." You're going to be the youngest one there." I'm sitting here. They get there, and she goes, "I hate you."
Yep.
I said, "What happened?" She goes, I'm the youngest fucking one here.
Wow.
I'm usually the youngest one at Genesis concerts too.
I'm usually the only black one.
Jesus Christ!
You killed Deadpool. You killed him.
I'm back.
So
See, so there's another guilty pleasure of mine. I like old guys. On TV.
As an old guy, there's nothing to be guilty about. I appreciate that.
I'm older.
You're older, but you're not like that old.
Tell that to my goatee.
And
Yeah,
like,
on behalf of older men all over the world, Fox, thank you. We do appreciate that.
older men are gorgeous. They're refined. They're lived.
We are?
They're experienced.
Yes.
In every aspect.
Experience, incontinent, all that. Yes, that's
Impotent.
what we are.
Yes.
Impotent. Yes.
Except for Damien.
Jaded.
Jaded.
Grouchy.
Grouchy. All the constipated. All the above. We have
every-
all that.
Everything hurts in places he didn't even know he had.
Yes. With a snap, crackle, pop for older people like us is not a breakfast cereal. It's us
Good
standing
morning.
up
What
and
happened
sitting
to
down.
buses you did have?
Good morning. Ah, what the fuck? That's new. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that
Anyway.
it? Is that it? Do we have any more guilty
Oh,
pleasures?
we have one more
We
category.
Okay, go ahead.
Pleasure TV.
Wow.
Guilty pleasures television.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, I don't watch much TV anymore, but for a long while, when
Yeah.
reality TV first started, that was
Yeah.
totally my guilty pleasure. Like the first seasons of America's Next Top Model and the first seasons of Project Runway and this show called Rich Girl. I was all of Making the Bands. I was all about
Yeah.
watching reality TV competition shows.
Something tells me your pinky toe has a different story.
Hey, you're just outing your wife, but she's not putting you under the bus. This is horrible.
I know.
Terrible, Deadpool. Terrible.
There's something about your pinky toe, Fox?
Oh boy.
Love you.
I don't like when you wear the Deadpool costume. Okay? You become this obnoxious.
You become an evil supervillain.
From now on, I'm calling him Wade.
Wow.
Okay, we can come back to it, Fox. We don't have to do it now.
Oh, no. We're going there now. We're going there now.
It's okay. It's okay. So, while in wrestling,
Mhm.
I broke my pinky toe in training. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
This story could go any way.
Yeah. So, I was running the ropes, and then I kind of fell, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I hurt myself." I didn't realize I broke my pinky toe until it was all healed and in place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the story I tell people.
That's the story she tells.
That's the story I tell people.
Okay.
The truth is,
Oh boy.
a few nights before that training session, this was when I was 17 years old. There was no such thing as DVR and pause and stuff, just commercial breaks and run back to the television show. So me and my girlfriend were watching our usual CW shows of, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, followed by Dawson's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the other room, and Dawson's Creek was returning from commercial break. So I had to run, and my pinky toe met the marble coffee table.
Oof.
And yeah, I broke my pinky toe over Joey and Pacey's love affair that Dawson did not
Did
approve
not know
of.
about. Yeah.
Because
Well,
to this day, her pinky toe still.
It healed in place. It doesn't move. It's completely crooked.
ouch.
Fuck
Okay.
Katie Holmes.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a great reason because I did the same thing. I didn't. Well, see, I didn't move, and back then I wish I had diaper or adult diapers because I was afraid I would miss something, so I didn't go to the bathroom during that episode because just to see Dawson's reaction. So while I mourn the loss of your flexibility of your pinky toe, it's totally justified injury. Okay. At the same time, don't tell people shit like that. Just say it was wrestling. All right.
It was the worst during her wrestling career putting shoes on, though.
Oh my god, it was.
Even when we try to go out dressy, it's still the
I
worst.
had to like take my toe down to fit
Yeah.
into a
Or you could have like wrestling boots with a little sidecar on them, or like to make room for it.
my renegade toe.
Was that your only ones? It was
Yes.
guilty pleasure. Okay, you go ahead, Dan.
Oh, damn.
Dan, go for it, Dan. Guilty pleasure
Dan.
television show.
Oh, I forgot the hell we were talking about. I was just thinking about toes.
$500 a pick. Let's go.
That's it? Shit. PayPal link. So
You see, man spends on Ghostbuster stuff.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, come on. So, honey, the house will have to wait. I needed to see her toes. So, I don't watch any reality TV. Zero. Except American Pickers.
What?
Really?
I will watch that for fucking hours. Hours will go by. And it'll be 8 episodes in. I'm like, oh shit, the day's over. Roscoe, we gotta go, we gotta go buy. Yeah, I love that show. And it could be the lady that works back at the shop. It could be that I'm fascinated with antiques. And that I have a side business where I repurpose antiques and keep antiques and restore stuff that may or may not be part of it. But I discovered the show like its second week on the air or something, and I watch it every time it's on. And if it's a rerun, like there's a block of it, and I hate the History Channel for reasons we won't discuss right now. But I will watch American Pickers. I also watch Teen Titans Go like it's like
Yeah, but that don't count.
Yeah, I don't care.
I snort
That's
that like I
research.
snort cocaine. Like
Yeah.
I love that show.
That's research.
I get sucked into reality TV like that though too. Like I won't watch TV for days on end, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, what's on TV? Oh, look, Jersey Shore. I guess I'll put this on. Next thing I know, I'm watching marathons and I'm invested. It's like, ugh.
You know, people out in the West Coast think Jersey Shore is what we do.
I know. It
Whenever,
used to piss me off. Now I think it's hysterical.
well, no, I just say no. I don't put that much product in my hair, and no, I don't live on sand. Like,
But they weren't wrong either.
no, they weren't. No, no.
Well,
No.
the situation was wrong. But,
Well, I mean, the situation. Well, I mean, if you go to Seaside Heights, it's
Yeah.
I just go there, get my sawmill pizza, and get the fuck out. I don't stay there.
no GTL.
Fuck no. You know why? Because I have an actual relationship.
See, but that's not embarrassing yourself because she's hot.
Who?
Sorry. Damien's like, he's going to embarrass himself since he embarrassed me. And it's like, your embarrassing shit's really not embarrassing.
Wait, what was your embarrassing thing?
Breaking my toe over Dawson's fucking Creek.
Okay. No, well, it's really I stand with you. Well, on
I have an
on
embarrassing.
Nine Toes.
I have an embarrassing story that will overshadow yours that I just thought I should tell because it's funny at the end of this episode.
So is it my turn? Whose turn is it?
Sure, make
It's
it
your
your
turn.
turn.
Please be embarrassing.
Okay, so I mean, it was one guilty pleasure show I forgot before the one I was gonna say. Shit. I thought it
Not
was-
shit. Don't hear it. It'll draw flies.
well, you know, like I love the hell out of Who's the Boss. I watch that shit all day long.
Samantha.
But you know,
Mona.
being a
Angela.
44-year-old, you know, male, gruff, construction worker, wrestler, karate instructor, and everything like that. Man's man, right? Deadpool and all that. My guilty pleasure.
What is that? What am I looking at? Charmed? Okay. Oh, you're gay. Oh, okay, I got you. You were coming. I didn't know you were coming out. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like the show Charmed.
Kinda.
Yeah, but
You know-
while he holds the box set, I kind of like it. Okay.
Kind of like the show Charmed, just saying.
It has the comic books and the quote unquote action figures.
Oh my-
No, just one.
Oh my
Two
god.
of Phoebe.
And t-shirts.
And t-shirts.
And
Oh wow, this is bad.
Stop it. I guess that's why it's guilty pleasure. You stop it. You be nice.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know it was that bad. Real quick, Damien, did you you heard about the dust up between the rebooted series and the old castmates, right? Where
And I'm just
where do you
thankful
weigh in
Milano's
on
been staying out of the fight. Let Crazy Rose and Combs go at it. Let Alyssa Milano stay out of it.
No,
It's cool.
Yeah,
Where
but
do you
the-
lay on this subject, though?
yeah, because the new star of Charmed really gave some shit to the old stars and calling
Yeah, I
them
know.
old. Yeah, what did
I
you
know.
think?
Like, I was like fucked up. And it's like you realize if they didn't do their show, you wouldn't have a show, right? Just putting that out there.
I guess
That
we
being
know where
said,
he's falls.
Yeah, that being said, are you still going to watch the rebooted Charms?
No, see the thing. Like, again, I can, if I deem like a reboot is looking good enough or whatever like that, yeah, I'll give it a go. But it's like I know, like it's kind of like what you mentioned about The Craft. It was like, it's not that it's not that it's because it's a reboot. I'm not gonna watch it. It's a reboot that's not appealing. It's like,
Okay.
not feeling it.
Gotcha.
Other guilty pleasures I had growing up, and then if it's on TV, unfortunately, it's not on syndication. Okay, love Saved by the Bell. I'll still watch Saved by the Bell. But there was a lesser-known one by the name of California Dream.
Yeah.
I watched the hell out of California Dream more than I watched Saved by the Bell. And if they ever put it on syndication, yeah, I will watch the shit out of that.
Okay.
At 44 years old, I will watch California Dream. If you don't know what California Dream is and you're around Saved by the Bell time, shame on you.
Yeah. That was like the there's Coke, Pepsi, and RC, and California Dreams was the RC of afternoon of teen
Not,
Yeah.
school shows.
not as great, but still a good flavor.
Yeah, I know. I'm not knocking RC. That's exactly what
How
California
the
Dreams
hell did
was.
this show run for 5 years and I've never heard of it?
Because it's syndicated. You had to find it, and depending on the market, it would come on 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was
Yeah.
it was like part of that Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon thing after all the cartoons and Saved by the Bell. It was
Yeah.
kind of, was it on the same channel or was it on channel 2? I can't remember. Right?
And again, it
But
was
I think it was
syndicated. Yeah. Again, it was
And they
syndicated. So
put them on they put them on after Saved by the Bell, so that was like that rolling of the dice. Because usually after Saved by the Bell, it's like, okay, Saturday morning cartoons are over. I'm done. I'm out. And it's like, no, there's one more. There's one more. And then they put the reruns. I remember they used to put them on early morning on channel 11. They used to put the reruns for California Dream.
gotcha,
But no, California Dream was great. Never got to play it. Should have.
and for good reason. Anyway, is that it? Was that
No, we need your TV.
We need your TV.
me? Well,
Yes, you.
well, I've been watching TV since before most of you guys were born, so a lot of bad shows came on that I watched. Not because I love them, but because there was nothing else on. Because back in my day, kids, we only had 3 channels and 4 syndicated channels. So whatever came on, we watched. So I watched California Dreams. I watched the rebooted Gidget in the 90s. Love that. But
Remember that one.
as far as guilty pleasures go, a show that I have no business watching, a show that I can't relate to in any way. I don't even know anyone that's like this. I have
8 is
no
enough.
I watched every episode of 8 is Enough. We even before Betty Buckley, when they had the original mom who died in real life, and they wrote it into the show. And when Ralph Macchio was on 8 is Enough, Karate Kid callback reference. But the one movie, you said you're 44, Dame, and you have no business. Okay, I'm 54 now. But when this show came on, when I was in my late 40s, early 50s, and I watched every episode, and I didn't tell anyone, me and probably my girlfriend at the time were the only ones that knew that I watched this, because I'm not proud of this at all, but because we're outing ourselves, you came out as gay, I will come out and say that I saw this. I saw every episode. Not proud because, again, I have no... Teen Mom is my guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Every I've got no business watching this show at all. I've never been a teen mom. I don't know any teen moms. These people are trash, stupid, irresponsible idiots that just want to be on TV. The worst parents possible. Yeah, but I knew all of them, and I found when they would show up on Us Weekly, I would follow them. Oh my God, what's Janelle doing now? She in jail again, or her boyfriend Keitha? Yeah, or her horrible mom. You gotta take care of it, Janelle.
Yes.
Yes.
God, yes.
All of them. And when they had the reunion specials, I watched all of them. When Amber got thrown into jail, and for some reason she was in love with her incredibly fat husband Gary, who looked like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But I never understood how any of them even stayed together. I'm guessing it was just a one night of unprotected sex, and now they're stuck with each other for the rest of their lives. I don't know. And I've got no business. These people have nothing to do with me. We have nothing in common at all.
You know that's why the Beavis and Butthead reboot failed. It wasn't because nobody's watching it. It's because Beavis and Butthead were smarter than what was airing on MTV.
Yeah.
There is a scene specifically in one of the episodes that I still maniacally, hysterically lose my breath, laugh at. I think it's the precursor to Teen Mom. I think 16 and Pregnant or some shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's where it came from. Yeah, that was the prequel.
It's footage of the man. The oh my God! If I was her and dating him, I'd punch him in the face because he talked like this. I'll just get a job. You fucking idiot. But it's just watching him get a job and her bossing him around like an asshole. It's just they're made for each other. And you just hear a pause in the action that they're watching, and you just hear Beavis's voice go, I think once he gets a job, everything will be smooth sailing. And I looked at Kelly, and Kelly looked at me and said, this is not going to continue past this season. Because we both came to the realization that Beavis and Butthead had evolved literally in character. Mike Judge had them evolve, could not make them dumber than what was happening in the current pop culture, and it was over. And we were right. It was off that season.
Yeah, and when they did one episode, Dan, when they talked about Jersey Shore, and they were talking about they were going to procreate, and Beavis goes, "Yeah, I can't wait to see Grandma J. Wow."
Yeah, exactly. The other one was Beavis and Butthead were in a theater watching a Twilight.
Yeah.
Like an approximation of Twilight, and it wasn't them saying it, but the Twilight, the movie itself was, "I will love you until the end of time, and for eternity, and forever and ever," and it was just, I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is over."
But that's my guilty pleasure.
Oh,
Wow.
Anybody admitted anything in the boards? Anybody like admitted to their guilty pleasures?
You had one you didn't admit to that I think you might have forgotten about.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Help me out.
Shake It Up.
Oh,
Yep.
shake it up.
He
Yeah.
never episode.
Bella Thorne and Zendaya.
Zendaya.
But I was team CC. Team CC. Bella Thorne.
Yeah, he never missed an episode of that on Disney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now you did right after
They
divorce.
can't all be winners.
No, they can't. Well, you're a fan of California Dream. That should be very apparent there.
There you go. I like an underdog show.
Yeah.
I don't go for the A quality. I go for the D, E, possibly even the F listeners.
I root for the underdogs. I got to go for the show that no one else watches. I'll keep them on the air. Damn it. I'll be a one-man Nielsen rating.
I'm telling you, man, California Dream brought more tears to me than Saved by the Bell did.
Yeah, I also was a big fan of Boys Will Be Boys on Fox. That was Matthew Perry's big break.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, that one. I forgot about
Right
that
after
one.
Married with Children. And also TV 101 with a very young Matt LeBlanc. That was a CBS show that only lasted 8 episodes. But My So-Called Life was probably the only show that I really again had no business watching because suburban white kids and without any diversity. I would outside of Ricky, obviously Wilson
I got
Cruz.
a DVD collection one Christmas.
I tell you,
Yeah.
Craig, you've changed my perspective talking to you about something like The Breakfast Club, right?
Yes.
Every time I see that, because I said Kelly and I will watch hours of old commercials just to, first of all, man, shit was white until about 96. And then, oh, look, a black kid's in this commercial. Hey, white guys gave him a bone. It's so. You also, if you're a woman, you needed to take a diet pill, make sure the kitchen was clean, and make sure you had a motherly shape. It's pretty fucking disgusting. So when somebody says why people are so angry and why they can't just do things diplomatically, I'm just watch some commercials. It's really fucking old. But anyway, that's just my. Just say it. There is. What was I saying? I lost my point. I made one point. I lost the other one. What was I saying?
That John Hughes is racist. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But I was talking to Carrie about it because the trailer ran on one of the commercials because it was the year it was coming out in theaters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I said to Kelly, I was like, Craig's put this in perspective to me that movie, like, he doesn't give a fuck about that movie. It does nothing for him. And her comment was, yeah, I know, a white kid growing up in Midwest United States. What a coincidence. I said, oh, yeah, that's a good point. Shit.
Yeah, I couldn't relate to rich white kids with problems. So
yeah. That's really what it was, man.
As much as John Hughes may have spoke for a generation, and this movie came out my senior year in high school, so I knew every single person in that cast because every single person in that cast bullied me when I was in high school. So
John Hughes movies definitely depressed me because again, poor boy from Brooklyn, man.
There's two movies two movies of his that I watch in the cold light of day.
Yeah.
Home Alone, just because Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci steal that movie.
Yeah.
And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But other than that, going back to watch some of that stuff is like, ooh, shit, oh.
Now, as much as I deride John Hughes, and rightfully so, because the blackest person in any John Hughes film is still Anthony Michael Hall being drunk and doing science. But I have to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles every Thanksgiving because it is a favorite. And I
Did
will
you know
still
that's
go to
getting a remake?
I shouldn't, but
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Trains, Trains, and Automobiles is getting a remake.
yeah, it shouldn't.
Will
Yeah, I heard,
Smith and Kevin Hart.
and Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Okay, you've
Yeah.
convinced me.
But also, as far as John Hughes, his best film and still the most underrated comedy in movie history to me, She's Having a Baby. I think that movie is classic. I think that is there's not so much thing as a perfect movie, but as far as a perfect romantic comedy, it's She's Having a Baby. I'll
It's
put She's Having a
Ghostbusters.
Baby.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then tell me, come on, when this woman's work comes on, the tears just start rolling, and a crying Kevin Bacon nonetheless. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't
So-
that the movie that has the line about what would you do if your shoe was on the other foot? I'd go barefoot.
Go
I
barefoot.
go barefoot.
Yeah. And they were shooting that movie while it was while Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was going on. That's why Kevin
Bacon's
Bacon.
got the cameo in
Yeah.
the beginning.
and when
Philadelphia's own.
when Steve Martin's wife was watching TV waiting for him to call, she was watching that scene from She's Having a
Oh
Baby.
yeah, that's in it. That's why I've
Yeah.
heard it so much in
So
my
the
head.
movie,
That's right.
the movie hadn't been finished yet, but so as much as I deride John Hughes, and rightfully so, She's Having a Baby, I will still stand behind it as one of the most underrated romantic comedy of all time. But John Hughes is still a racist.
Halloween Havoc is on, guys. Just
It's been on the whole time, and Dan, what I wanted to say while Damien was hogging this whole episode was all the wrestlers in NXT are dressing up, and Drake Maverick, while he was Hollywood Hogan with the black, he tried to convince Killian Dane to be his partner. He put on a Shockmaster mask and ran into a wall.
Wow.
I have one question,
Yes,
and you might not know. Has Joe Gacy made an appearance yet?
I don't
haven't-
think so.
I don't think so. I've been watching.
I think he's there,
Okay.
like on the show somewhere.
Oh,
I just, he's been throwing out clues all night, so I think he's in the background
Joe.
somewhere.
well, also, not good news, but again, they apparently had another COVID outbreak and had to do a lot of rewrites tonight.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hey, Florida seems like the place to fucking be these days. What do I know? I'm just a libtard that just wants everybody to wear a mask because of government control. I'm an idiot. What?
Glad we got that out of the way.
Anyway, but
Well,
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
I agree. Fucking Christ. Do we have any questions from our audience, our studio audience?
anything from our audience before we bid them adieu?
There's been no guilty pleasures, but they've been enjoying this. There was a very lengthy discussion about how shitty Lana Del Rey is.
Wow.
Well,
How
Which-
dare you?
I learned a lot about Lana Del Rey, which is funny because I didn't know who the hell she was when we started the show.
Me neither.
But yeah, everybody's been living in Florida. I'm seeing public out there, and it's disappointing. Yeah, man, I don't want to get too much into it, but I think we'll all agree, especially someone who has to leave the house every fucking day and put his life on the line. It's just fucking cover your goddamn face. Nobody gives a shit that you're a real man or a real woman or who fucking side you're aligning on. It's not about you. It's about everybody else. It's about the comic book. For Christ's sake, they're $1. Buy a fucking mask, you fucking bastard. There, I'm done. Sorry.
all right, rant over.
Rant over. I could
For
go
now.
on, but Ghostbusters is on.
For now, and I
Yeah,
hope.
I mean,
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Dave.
Go ahead, Dave.
go ahead.
I was saying we'll let Dan get back to Ghostbusters, and we'll do the show again next week when Dan's costume comes in. Okay, so we can do it right.
No. I'm going to unveil that whole thing. You all are going to have to wait another year. I'm going to unveil it because it's not even going to come in it's not even coming in when Halloween's still going. So I will next year. I just have to live and not die of COVID. We'll big reveal.
And we will. And
You'll
we'll-
be fine.
same time next year. So while Dan goes off to watch Ghostbusters,
I'm going to watch Buster.
God, watch Buster. What am I talking about? Buster, the Grain Train Robbery double feature. Yes.
I can feel your heartbeat.
Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus. I want to thank all of our fans who chimed in with their comments, questions, criticisms, witticisms,
Absolutely.
and all
Hope
the
y'all
other things.
had fun on this one with us.
Dan's giving me the finger. Go ahead, Dan.
Not yet. You didn't pay for it. GM Spectre says, awesome show. I actually remember Damien and Foxy from the indie wrestling days when I lived up north. It's good to see them doing well. Well, I do want to say before they comment on that lovely comment that they are here once a month now. And you can see them once a month on this channel. And if you missed any of the show, we'll be up on YouTube tomorrow at 6 p.m. Damien, you and Foxy were addressed in the chat there.
Well, I believe it's cheap plug time, and nobody has a bigger plug to than
that's
Foxy.
cheap.
God fucking damn it, Damien.
Go ahead, guys.
Dan, are you disappointed you didn't get to do that one?
Yeah, whatever. I'm not the star here. I'm not dressed as Deadpool. He's technically supposed to be silent, but that's right out the fucking window.
Stop it.
Plug away.
Go for it, you.
Oh God. Okay. So, as the one listener did mention, yes, once upon a time I used to be in the wrestling business. From about 1998 to 2010, and I am in the middle of writing all about that. It's the book itself is about 50% done, and I have launched an official Patreon page to help with funding for getting an editor when the book is finished, because this book is getting published, period. So, to anyone interested, you can join one of 3 tiers at patreon.com/FoxyFoxy. Each incentive lists its own amount of tiers. Each tier has its own list of incentives that you will get in joining Patreon. And for those that do not know, Patreon is basically Kickstarter, but without the worries. There's no worry that you won't get what you're paying for. There's no worries that a goal won't be met. It's a monthly subscription, either at $3, $6, or $13. And if nobody can do any of that, which is understandable, we are in a pandemic, then all I ask is that you please share the link around, spread out the word. That way, like I said, we can get an editor going, and then this can go right to the publication company. So again, patreon.com/FoxyFoxy. That's FOXY.
And for those that know, I've most of that career, I took that ride and everything like that, and the highs and the lows, and heard the stories of prior to us coming together, of the highs and the lows. And let me tell you, and this is not me saying it as a husband or as a spectator that had witnessed it and then heard it, this is a story worth hearing on so many levels. If you're a wrestling fan, you need to hear it. The trials and tribulations of life and growing up in a boys' club, and no matter what kind of way, or just adversities and all that. This is a story to be read and heard. So
even if you're not a wrestling fan,
exactly, that's my point. Yeah, like it involves so many things, whereas wrestling is kind of the focus, also a backdrop in life.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I cannot
I'm
wait.
bad at self-promotion.
That's okay. That's why we're here, because we'll promote the hell out of it, because we're proud of you, and we know it's a story that needs to be told. My favorite biographies, and I've said this on other podcasts, are wrestling biographies, because your stories are unique to anyone else in the world. Because the only people that get it are other people that have done what you've done, or are doing what you're doing. So it's going to resonate with a lot of people. So I'm very proud of you, and I can't wait to read it. Specifically, the pinky toe chapter. I'm sure that's going to be a page turner.
Did you realize that you're never going to live that down now?
I do,
Yeah.
but that was going to be revealed in so it's okay. Y'all just got a sneak peek of a book. Matto.
That's cool. So with the Patreon, where else can people find you or follow you, Foxy Fox?
And our regular cheap plugs now. Go for it.
I can be found on facebook.com/FoxyFoxy. I am also on Instagram and Twitter at the same handle, which is at VivaFoxyFoxy. That's VIVA Foxy Foxy. And then, of course, the Patreon, which I mentioned, which I'll mention again, patreon.com/FoxyFoxy.
Another plug. Just get it in there.
One more thing. You can find me at DvargasAce802 on Instagram. You can find me on, of course, the Nerdherders page as I post the news bits throughout the month leading into our next show. Of course, Damian Vargas on the Facebook and DvargasAce802 on YouTube, where I have my old Dub Smash videos as well as some wrestling matches and stuff like that I actually did, and a couple of them actually do feature Miss Foxy Foxy.
Right here.
Wow.
So definitely check them out.
Nice. How about you, Dan?
That's it for me.
You can follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, at Dan Law 83.
Awesome. As he leans towards the camera. My name, of course, is Craig Lagans. I'm the only one in capital letters because I forgot how the font works. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at CRAIGLIGGEONS. And join Dan and I each and every Wednesday on our HIAC Talk Radio Wrestling Podcast. We're coming up on a big milestone event, and we hope our regular listeners or viewers of our podcast will stay tuned for that. And we can't wait to join you guys again here next month, where it'll be that time of the month. We are the curse. It'll be Shark Week. And we will be here to bleed our collective knowledge of pop culture and geekdom all over you, and anyone who wants to listen, bask in the blood of our nerd goodness. Finally, Dame,
Wear your headset, bro.
can you hear me, Dame?
Yep. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, no, we need Dan.
Oh, where'd Dan? Where'd Dan go?
I'm here.
Oh, there
There he is.
Okay, I didn't know that was you under the mask.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I see. Guys, it's me.
Oh shit!
Shut up. Go.
Whoa!
That's
Shut
what.
up. Shit, just go, please. It's hot in here.
Being said, it's been a hell of a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Dan, you my nerd herder.
You're my nerd.
Craig, you my nerd herder.
Hey, Damie, you know what? You are my legalized nerd hoarder.
Awesome. Miss Foxy Foxy, you my nerd.
My nerd herder.
And everybody listening at home, you are nerd herders. Have a safe Halloween. Whatever it is you decide to do, be safe. Listen to the man Craig Lagans.
Legalize it come November 3rd. Hit that yes.
Yes. And that being said, have a good one.
Yes.
Bye.